Kelsey here. So today I just filmed this quick makeup look for you guys, and this is my no foundation everyday makeup routine. This is what I like to do when I don't really feel like wearing a full face of foundation, like a whole layer of foundation, then concealer, then translucent powder, then like regular powder, then bronzer, because like I just feel like it's a lot on my skin. So I've been doing this a lot when I don't feel like putting on foundation. So this is perfect if you're someone who doesn't like to wear a whole lot of makeup, or you don't like the feel of makeup being on your face, like foundation in particular, because I know it can feel kind of heavy. So this is perfect for like every day for work or school, or if you're just in a rush, you know. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I do my no foundation everyday makeup routine, and just keep on watching. Okay guys, so for this look, if you're oily, you're gonna need your most mattifying primer, and mine happens to be the Makeup Forever mattifying primer, because I notice if I use just like a regular like pore filling primer when I just use concealer, that I get extra oily. So just use a very mattifying primer if you're oily. If you're not oily, then this part doesn't apply to you. You can use whatever primer you want. But yeah, this is the most mattifying one that I have, so this is the one I'm gonna go for. The two concealers that I'm gonna be using is my Fenty Beauty Concealer as well as my Cover FX Powerplay Concealer. And the reason I'm using two different ones is because this Fenty one is really good for the face because it has like more full coverage for like spots. Like I have a couple of spots from a couple of breakouts, and I really like my Powerplay for under the eyes because it just blends so nicely under the eye. But I have used my darker Powerplay to do this look, even on the face, but it's not as full coverage as my Fenty, so I just wanted to switch it up today. But first I'm just gonna spot cover, and I'm just using 430. That's the color this is. And I just go over my spots first, then the areas I think I needed. Then I just take my beauty blender, and then I just blend out those areas with the beauty blender. And now I'm just going to do my under eyes with my Cover FX Powerplay Concealer in the color Deep 2. And I just do my under eyes with this because it's like brighter. Or sometimes I just go for like the color that's a little bit darker than this, which I think is Deep 3. I think it's Deep 3. Okay, now after you're done applying your concealer base, so that's basically what I do as far as coverage. And then I just take my translucent, well not translucent, this is my little Mercier translucent medium deep powder, and I just set my under eyes and my forehead and my chin. Clearly need some more of this because I'm already almost out, because this is the smaller one, because this is the first one I ever bought because I just wanted to try it out. But now that I know I love it, I can just buy the bigger one. I was supposed to film this video last Friday, but all last week I wasn't feeling that great. I was like, I just felt like I had a little bit of a head cold, because my head felt like it weighed 1,000 pounds. Like whenever I would sit up, I felt like I needed to lay back down. And then my ear, my left ear, felt like it was like fluid in it or something, or water. I don't know what was in my ear, but I couldn't hear that well out of my left ear, and it was hurting so bad. And it kind of reminded me of when I had an ear infection, and I hadn't had an ear infection in like 10 years, but I still remember what it felt like. It felt like a milder version of that, because if you've ever had an ear infection, it's not fun at all. It's like brutal. Like you never thought the inside of your ear could hurt that bad. And I didn't want to come on camera looking like that. Like I literally looked tired, and I probably still look tired, but I just didn't look like I was camera ready, you know? It's not like a regular job where you don't have to look, you know, put together. But like with the job where it's all about your looks, like you can't be coming on camera looking ill, you know, or sick or whatever. So that's why I was just like, Kelsey, if you don't rest, then it's gonna get worse. So sometimes you do have to rest, because I have been the person in the past to push myself even if I was sick, don't push yourself. And I don't get like why people still make themselves go to work, or bosses make people go to work even if someone's sick, because you're putting everybody else's lives at risk. Because if you're contagious, then you're gonna get somebody else sick. So I never understood that logic. Like, just let the sick people stay at home so they can get better, so they won't be, you know, spreading whatever they got to everybody else. You know, in my opinion, like if I was a boss, I would just let the sick people stay at home, because, you know, we don't want what you got. Okay. And then to warm the face back up, because it looks a little flat, I'm just going to bronze my face a little bit, and I'm just using my KKW Beauty powder contour palette. Yeah, this thing. And I don't, when I'm doing this like everyday look, I don't do anything to my brows, because I have microblading, and I just like a softer brow when I'm not wearing as much makeup. Oh, and by the way, a lot of people have been asking me how my microbladed brows have been doing, and they still look pretty good. Like, I've had them for almost a year now, and like, you would never know that I don't have any like brow powder, any brow pencil on. So it's been holding up pretty good. So Zoe is a freaking magician. Like, she's amazing. By the way, if you apply too much bronzer, just go back in with your beauty blender. I have a lot of bronzer on my forehead, but that's because I have a very large forehead and I'm wearing my hair back today. So I have to make it look a little smaller, you know? And today I'm just using my Maybelline Big Shots mascara. I dried out, but whatever. I kind of like my mascaras better when they kind of dry out, because wet mascaras are kind of annoying to work with. And by the way, I only apply my mascara on like the outer portion of my lash whenever I'm doing like an everyday look like this. I've been thinking about getting individual lashes, but every time I see, I have dry skin on my nose. Every time I see somebody's individual lashes, they look like Miss Piggy, and it looks like too much to me. And I prefer like the more natural looking individual lashes. Like, I can't stand when people have like, look like they have like a whole strip on and it's not like different lengths. Like, I prefer that kind. So I'm trying to find somebody here in Atlanta that does them really well, but still like natural looking, you know? So let me know if y'all know anybody, because the ones I've been seeing, I don't know, they just don't, you can just tell they have individual lashes on. They don't look like pretty and spacey, you know? I don't really like the ones that are like all one length. Not into that at all. And I don't put on any bottom mascara because it's everyday look and I don't have time to be doing all that. And then I just finish off my lips. Usually I do a gloss. Sometimes I do chapstick. It just depends on where I'm going. But today I'm just going to apply some lip liner. I'm just doing my True Brown K by Kylie Cosmetics and my ColourPop in Grunge. You guys know this is like a OG fave of mine, lip pencil. So yeah. And then I'm just going to apply a tad bit of highlighter. A little bit of this side of this highlighter of the KKW Beauty palette. I prefer the darker one. I hardly ever use this one just because it looks pretty in the pan, but it looks way too light on my skin tone. So I just don't really like it for the face. Now I have used it as like a eyeshadow on the lid and it's really pretty. I just prefer like more bronzy highlighters for my skin tone. So okay guys, so that is it for my no foundation everyday makeup routine. I feel like it's perfect for if you don't like to put on a lot of makeup but you still want to look presentable when you go to work or school and you don't feel like wearing a whole layer of foundation. Because some days I just don't feel like putting on a whole layer of foundation, then concealer, then powder, then translucent powder. It's just a lot. I know makeup can be a lot, but I feel like this look is perfect because I mean, I feel like you would never know I don't have on liquid foundation. So, well, y'all do, but you know, it's our secret. And now y'all know that sometimes I don't always have on a full face of foundation. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look and I will see you guys next time.